Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I got 7 routes in instant flight you should fly, part 2. Part 1 went really well, it had more than 1,000 views, so I thought let's just make another one. So number 1 is Amsterdam to Nice. This flight is about 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 40 minutes. It's a very it's a very nice flight. It's short. You take off in Amsterdam and then you go here above the Alps. It's very beautiful. I did it with the KLM E190, as you can see. I really like this route because of all the scenery. As you can see right here, it's beautiful above the Alps and the approach into Nice. And then after almost 2 hours, you land in Nice. So the second route on this list is Eindhoven to Palma de Mallorca. It's about 2 hours, this flight. The only really good part is the end, actually, because you pass above the Alps right here, above France. It's very beautiful. It's the other side of the Alps. The previous flight it was above Switzerland, now this is above France. And then towards the end of the flight, you pass above some mountains, and the approach of Palma de Mallorca, it's very beautiful, especially during sunset. So if you're doing this flight, I really recommend doing this during sunset. Number 3 on this list is London to Accra. It takes about 6 to 7 hours. I did this with the BA 777-200ER. It's a very nice plane to fly, and it's just very steady on approach and everything. Then 1 hour into the flight, or maybe 2, you pass above northern of Spain and you have this beautiful scenery right here. Then after it, there's the Sahara, and there's like really nothing to see there. And then this is not too far from the destination, I think 1 to 2 hours from Accra, and you have some good scenery. And then after 6 to 7 hours, as I said, you land in Accra. So at number 4 we have Bengaluru to Lucknow. This is in India, and I think in India is really not being flown to much in this game, and I think that's just changed because it has really great scenery. And like I see when I check on Live Flight, that's the tracker for instant flight, by the way. You just see maybe 1 or 2 persons flying above India, and there's some really great scenery, as you can see right here with the rivers. This flight takes about 1 to 2 hours, if I remember correctly, and it's you really should do it because it's very beautiful above India. So number 5, it's San Francisco to Las Vegas. This takes about, I think, also 2 hours. I'm not sure because this flight I did this quite some time ago. I think 2 months ago or something. And it's there's a lot of turbulence, I gotta say that. But the scenery it's incredible. There's the departure from San Francisco until the arrival. There's just a lot of good scenery above. I think Arizona and California and Arizona. And as you can see here, just look at those mountains, and this just continues on for the whole flight. It's very special route, I think, and you really should do this. It's beautiful. So at number 6 we have Seattle to, I think it's Juneau. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. Juneau. I have no idea how you pronounce it, but it's either way. It's a very beautiful flight. It's above the western of Canada. and like this has maybe been the best flight I've ever done. Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's like, look at this, those rivers, those mountains. It's so beautiful. Also, the approach you will see in a minute. First, you have this great scenery again of western of Canada again. And again here, like, this is my favorite part of the flight. Just look at this. It's so, yeah, it's just astonishing. The scenery is not the only special thing about this flight. Also the approach. You cannot use the ILS because of mountains, so you got to do a very late turn until you land in Juneau. I have no idea how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Now the final flight on this list is Dubai to Frankfurt. You maybe know this flight already because it's the only existing flight in real life that's being flown with the 747-400 for passengers. And that's also I think that's the main reason why this is in this list. You really should fly this plane. The route also has some great scenery above Iran. This is Iran, sorry. But yeah, the 747 it's very cool to fly. It may be a bit hard to land it, but you'll get used to it once you have done it a few times already. Yeah, this is above Iran again. This is Turkey. This flight takes about, I think, 6 hours it is, and it's a very nice flight. And here you have my landing in the 747. As you can see, this was my second landing, I think, in the 400, and I think I did quite okay. So that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope you're gonna fly one of those routes I just mentioned. Also, if you haven't seen part 1, this is part 2 of course, and if you haven't seen part 1, go check it out. The link is in the description. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, and I see you guys probably next stream. Goodbye.